Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. The beautiful thing about being a hopeless synth addict is that, in spite of the fact that we're dealing with a comparably mature technology, every few years a new player enters the arena to question the very foundations of the craft, even if it's only in the field of marketing. Today we are going to talk about Sonicware Liven XFM. While other modern manufacturers strive for timeless understatement or the exclusive luxury of meta vintage design, this 2022 Groovebox combines the aesthetics of an 80s plastic toy with the minimalism of a CAD rendering, houses a synth engine in the tradition of a low-budget Yamaha FM synth, and features a workflow worthy of an ancient Roland rack rompler. Liven XFM, welcome to the show!
At the first glance, the XFM is ticking all the fireball-throwing boxes. A wobbly keyboard without velocity or aftertouch, that doubles as a guiro, cheap-looking knobs, and one encoder for diving through the arcane menu-less structure. The underlying sound generator is an FM subtractive hybrid based on a fully accessible 4-operator engine. Quite similar to certified hood classics like the DX100, but no worries, even if you don't want to deal with a partial physics-grade complexity of frequency modulation, it's easy to get your FM fix. The internal preset library not only comes with all the bells and whistles, but it also offers crude drums, punchy basses, leads, and Rick Astley-ready e-pianos. These tones can be modified with a simple envelope and a tone parameter, presumably affecting the feedback parameters of the patch. So far, so unspectacular. However, Sonicware implemented a twist reminiscent of Yamaha's DX200 Groovebox, and it comes in 3 different flavors. X-Lab lets you morph between 2 patches, with parameter transitions being affected by the color knob. The other 2 varieties are more advanced takes on the subject, with XFORM blending between the patches over time after a set delay, and X-LFO modulating the morph with a, you guessed it, LFO. These sounds vary between corny FM basics and sci-fi worthy monstrosities before they hit the unpretentious Resonant Filter. You can select classic filter shapes, living in a marriage of convenience with envelope presets, and there's a versatile LFO for filter and pitch duties. A global polyphony maximum of 6 voices is shared between 4 of these synth voices that can be played independently via MIDI or using the internal sequencer. Pattern chaining, 64 steps, ties, program locks for real time, and per step automation. Nothing out of the ordinary. Voice management is primitive, but there's an Arpeggiator and you can garnish your sonic concoctions with a Master FX section. I'm not a big fan of the overall FX sound, and ear-piercing volume jumps are something to be reckoned with. The maze-like UI philosophy might lead to quite some head-scratching. Sure, in-depth programming of the FM engine with a dedicated overlay is more convenient than on Yamaha's DX synths. But switching between sound editing and general Groovebox workflow is less than ideal. What is more, you have to Mortal Kombat the hell out of the Shift and Func key even for basic maneuvers like track mute or filter resonance, and build quality is not exactly inspiring confidence. 5-pin MIDI analog sync, a nerve-wracking internal speaker. The unit is a bit cheaper than Elektron's model cycles, but will be shipped without a power supply or batteries. Thanks to Florian Oberhauser of Studio Deep Space 199 for sending me this XFM.
Sonicware's Liven XFM combines a traditional FM engine with innovative sound-shaping features and a bold design. Can it keep up with the competition, or is it just another music production toy?
You have already heard the Groovebox in today's intro tune. That sounds dreadful, funky, and I absolutely love it. I wanna know if we can squeeze a full jam out of the 4 tracks of the XFM.
Things are more complicated than they might seem. As soon as you see through the metrics of the cryptic UI, you will find quite a few surprisingly cliché-free presets, and swing is really groovy. However, it's easy to max out the polyphony even in minimalist arrangements like this, and I was missing essential features to work around this limitation. Let's add a few other instruments and an overdub for the second jam. Big fan of this. The keys are a nightmare to play, and although I like the interesting methods of combining preset patches, you will have to enter the abyss of deep FM editing for more variety. The synth engine is quite powerful. Time to see how the XFM fares in a studio situation for some slow-mo house meets Electropop straight from the Sega Genesis. Working with old Grooveboxes and vintage FM synths is not always fun, and compared to these instruments, the XFM is a real improvement. However, times have changed profoundly, and especially in those two fields the competition has grown strong. Although I appreciate the innovative FM engines and deep editing possibilities, I found it hard to justify the learning curve given the low polyphony, shoddy implementation of voice management, countless quirks in UI and sound reproduction, lack of convenient sequencer features, and the fact that the machine gives you little information on what's going on. I'm pretty sure there are quite a few people who will accept the challenge and achieve true mastery on the XFM. Hopefully that plastic box hasn't fallen apart by then. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, become a patron and leave a comment what other kind of gear you would like to see and hear on the show.